Hello, Delegate Wranglers once again. Hello, Dom.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm
How are
right.
you?
How are you?
Yeah, I'm all good. I'm all good. Here we go again. Only seems like we were talking on here 5 minutes ago.
Well, we kind of were.
Yeah. Looking forward to
It's
today's show.
sorry.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to today's show. It's going to be
Yeah,
boss.
me too. And I know you've got quite a lot of interest built up already, haven't you?
Oh my God. Can I just say this is a record-breaking show. We had 100 people registered for the show. Thank you to everybody for tuning in. It's amazing.
It
Like,
is really.
and here we go. I'm going to have a run at the title of the show because I've been
Yeah, 'cause
struggling with this all week. It's definitely
it didn't go
more to
too
do
well
with
in the
my
promo, did it?
no, definitely more to do with my 50-year-old brain than the title itself. So I'm
Someone
not
at
going to
your
look like
door.
I'm read. No, no, it's Diane on the phone. So the show is entitled "The Things Clients Don't Want to Hear from Salespeople Right Now."
Well
There you go,
done. You got
nailed
it.
it. With Kate Plowright and Becky Whitaker from Stella and Savvy. Going to be an amazing show. I'm really looking forward to it. Going to hear lots of sales tips and lots of things. We'll go into it in a minute, but lots of other stuff coming up, mate.
We've got lots of other stuff coming up. And of course, as always, we are live on Delegate Wranglers on YouTube. We are obviously here on Facebook, where the majority of people watch us. We are
Yeah.
out there on Twitter. So if you're on Twitter, please say hi to us. Just drop a message and Neil will pick that up. And we're also live on my LinkedIn profile, which I'm going to go to in a minute. I know at least a few people will be watching there. In fact, I can see that we have 7, 8, 9 people watching there already. Wherever you're watching, LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, please say hello to us. We will come to you in just a minute. We'll do a bit of a catch up and some mentions and some hellos to people.
Yeah, I've got 25 watching on YouTube. Hello to all the YouTubers. We'll come back to you in a second. But Dom, we've got some news about the show, haven't we? Something new that's
What
happening
news have we
today.
got, Neil?
Go on, what's happening today?
Am I
We've got
taking
something
this one?
exciting. Yes.
Now, I
Read the
should say
script.
that in the
Read,
background,
read the
we have
script.
been, well, this is the thing. I was just going to say, in the background, we've been trying to make the whole show run a little bit smoother. It's hopefully showing. But we're actually at the stage where Neil's producing a script each week, or at least some form of script each week.
I'm a pro.
I've just realized that already we're slightly off it, so I apologize. But we have a script. Anyway, we have a script, and on that script right now, it says that we are going to talk about our new feature, Neil. Is that correct?
That is correct. Yes, a very new feature that was dreamed up this week
A
from
new
a kind
feature
of
that
just
was dreamed up this week. Shall I introduce this and our first
yeah. Go on.
feature in the feature?
You
Okay,
can.
so
You can indeed.
we are developing and constantly developing new ideas in the background about things that we want to do with the show and where we want to take it. And Neil had this idea a couple of weeks back for a feature called Things That Caught Our Eye. And this is just general things across the internet, obviously event related, that we want to pick out and that we'll showcase and spotlight and feature in certain things. If you've got stuff that you want us to feature in a Things That Caught Our Eye, then we will do that in this portion of the show. Anyway, we had our first entry for this just the other day. I spotted a video. I was sent a video, in fact, on LinkedIn. I sent it to Neil. We both agreed that now would be a very good time to introduce the Things That Caught Our Eye feature. And so in just a minute, I will show you exactly what that is. But to lead into this, we figured that it was about time we brought some graphics in. So we have, for our brand new feature, which is called What's Caught Our Eye. I just love that. It's made me laugh so many times. I'm going to thank Ed, who's sitting over behind me over there. I'm going to thank Ed for putting that together.
On that. Thanks, Ed. It's brilliant.
It's brilliant. Anyway, what's caught our eye this week was a video, and I know she'll be watching on LinkedIn right now. Natasha Lale from Lyle. I'm sorry if I got your name wrong.
Hi, Natasha.
But I know she's going to be watching on LinkedIn.
She is watching.
She gave permission for us to use this. She is one of the managing partners at ExpoCast, and she put out this brilliant video. So I'm not going to introduce it in any way. Just take 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes, and watch this put out by Natasha just a few months.
So you do events, right? Yeah, I do. I work in the events industry, like party planning. Oh, no, not parties. What, like weddings? Because I've always thought that would be a really nice job to do. No, not weddings either. What, like festivals and stuff? Oh, can you get me some free tickets? Well, probably not the kind of festivals you're referring to. All right, I'm not into anything weird. Oh, no, I didn't mean anything like that. I mean, yes, we've supported experiential type events, but mainly our festivals are very kind of B2B led. Oh, the BBC? Are you on telly? No, not BBC. B2B in business to business, or B2C, business to consumer. Or sometimes they can be both. You're actually really confusing me now. Okay, so the events I'm referring to are exhibitions, conferences, you know, the mice events. I see. No, I wouldn't go to those because I don't like mice. Just the thought of their little feet running around and their little pink tails. It grosses me out. What? So do you create these events? Because that's kind of cool. No, I don't personally create the show. So I recruit the professionals that create or host or support the production of these shows. Hang on, shows? So do you do theatre as well? No, not shows as in theatre shows, as in exhibitions and conferences. To be fair, you're not explaining yourself very well. Look, all you need to know is that I recruit marketing managers, sales managers, delegate sponsorship managers, through to CFOs, management accountants, digital managers, CEOs. You know, I recruit those people. They are the people that create the events, okay? And when I say events, I mean exhibitions, conferences, you know, mice. Not mice as in rodents. If you were an event organizer, a venue, or a supplier, you would come to me and I would help you with your recruitment. Does that make sense? Okay, yeah, you said. So anyway, does that mean you can help me with Auntie Pam's 60th birthday party? You know, with all your event planning skills? Yeah, fine. Whatever.
Sorry.
I absolutely love that video. It's just so good. She did a brilliant job of producing it.
Yeah, well done, Natasha.
Yeah, it's just amazing.
So we'll be on the lookout for other things that catch our eye. You know, if any of you guys see some,
she set the bar pretty high with that one, right?
yeah. And if you've seen any, drop me a line, send them over to me, and we'll see if we can get you on the show. It's just an occasional one. It's not going to be every week. Well, you never know. It might be every week. But
I'd love to see. I'd love to see something like that every week. I think it'd be a brilliant addition.
Yeah, I particularly love the boing boing on the your logo as well. Anyway, should we get back to this? Should we get back to the show? Do you want to give some people a shout out?
Yeah, I'm going to do a very quick roll call of shout outs. Kate Plowright is watching. That's very fortunate because she's joining us in a minute. Anika, Kitty Edwards, Michelle Flynn, Priya Narain, John Farmer, Steph Gary, Gemma Moody, Felicity Barry, Johanna Schmeichel, Craig McGee, hello from sunny Glasgow, just in from a 16-mile bike ride. I'm going to join you all for lunch. Excellent. Alicia in Amsterdam. Okay, here we go on the internationals. Nikki Yates says, good afternoon, Neil, Dom, Kate and Becky. Nikki here from our eco venue, Woodhaven Space. Suzanne Aston is or was watching. Becky Whitaker is watching. She's on the phone as well. We'll be with them in just a minute. Daniel Baker, Katie McDonald, Marina Para Carrasco. Where is she? Greetings from Munich. So she's currently winning. We've got Diana Fredrickson from Stockholm. John said no expense spent. Yeah, absolutely right, John. That was exactly the aim. Amanda Baker, Anika, hi Anika, David Harris, Matt Daniel Baker, and Alexandra Soma, who I know is watching in Ibiza. Chi, nice to see you. Mandy Jennings. My God, there's loads of people watching this week.
Absolutely tons, yeah, people. And we've also got loads on YouTube as well.
Go on. Has anyone named themselves?
Yes, Claudia Gurr, Kate Gaskin, hi Kate, Kitty Edwards, Natasha's watching, Mentu from Event Case. By the way, I'm going to give a quick shout out to Event Case, who one of our supporting partners who do all our registration system every week. Really slick, really easy, super cool. check them out, guys. They're lovely to work with as well. Hi, Mentu. We've got Mohammed Reza on there, Judith Rafferty, Judy Corns. Yeah, tons of people. Thanks so much for tuning in, everyone.
Maris, Ali, hi, nice to see you again. Ali, Mia Butler is watching.
Hi, Mia.
I know Natasha. She's not naming herself and facing up to the fact that she's just been on DW Live, but I know she's watching. So thank you for letting us have your video, Natasha. Anyway, that's the probably longest intro we've done so far, Neil.
Absolutely. Oh my God. So guys, this is going to be, as usual, an interactive show. Please feel free to send questions in to, Kate, Becky, myself, Dom. Send really difficult ones into Dom, really easy ones into me, as usual. We've got tons of things coming up. Dom, I think we'll probably show them at the end. Some of the things that we've got coming up and get into the show.
Let's get into it.
So, without any further ado, I would like to introduce the wonderful Kate and Becky. We've got Kate on video and Becky on the phone. How are you guys? You okay? Hi, Kate.
Hi, thanks for having me. How exciting.
Amazing. Hi, Becky. How are you?
Hi, I'm good, thank you. I feel even more like I'm on a 1980s children's TV program after the little jingle we just had.
Yeah, and you referenced something earlier, which was Philip Schofield and Gordon the Gopher. I'm definitely taking the Philip Schofield role.
No.
No comment.
It makes you the Gopher, Neil.
Always.
I'm keeping quiet.
Anyway, so Kate, thanks a lot for coming on the show. We've been talking about it for a while. Really glad to have you on. I'm really looking forward to this show. Do you want to tell us a bit about you guys and how you got started, your company, Selling Savvy?
Yeah, of course. So we are sales training company, lots of sales training companies out there, but we like to do things a bit differently. We specialize in reactive sales training specifically for the events industry. So we work with hotels, venue finders and event suppliers. But we believe in accountability and empowering teams and kind of doing tangible techniques and things that are actually implementable straight away after our workshops. We make it good fun as well, and we love it.
Fantastic. So how long have you guys been going, Kate?
So I started it September 2018, so nearly 2 years ago now, and it was always really local. So I have worked in Surrey, Hampshire and Berkshire because I'm based in Surrey, and throughout lockdown it's been an extraordinary time for everybody in different ways, but I've sort of had a bit more time to speak to my connections on LinkedIn and national connections rather than being so location based, and I've always wanted to roll it out into different areas, and that's when I met my new 3 team members now, of which Becky is one of them. So that's all really recent. I think we only announced probably less than a month ago now, actually.
I saw the announcement. Oh, brilliant. I mean, it sounds amazing. I mean, from this situation that we're all in, there's lots of new businesses and opportunities have sprung up as well. Yours sounds like one of them. You've had the chance to think about how you can expand and gone that way.
Yeah, and changing things as well, which obviously like we're going to talk about in a bit too, but like we were saying earlier, selling the same things in the same way just doesn't work anymore. So it's worth kind of looking at businesses from a holistic point of view and kind of like a bird's eye view and being like, right, this is the world that we live in now. Let's work out what our clients are going to need, because all of their requirements are changing. So that's what we've been busy doing recently.
Cool. So thanks for that. So do you want to get into the training, what all these lovely people have tuned in for? Really looking forward to them.
Thanks for coming, everybody. And please do write up questions and chat and stuff in the comments, because we've got them up. So it's always kind of works better. Becky and I always work really well for people like ask questions, and it makes it more personal for you guys. Are you still there, Becky?
I am still here. Yeah, don't like to interrupt Kate, but yes, please ask lots of questions. We like it when we know that people are there.
Yeah, exactly. Sorry, I feel like I'm just talking. Just butt in, Becky, because otherwise I'll just talk for an hour.
I will. You know me.
Everyone would be bored of me. So so the kind of topic for today is things that I've got to get it right now, Neil.
Please don't screw up the title of your own show.
My own talk.
You've got no excuse, Kate. No excuse.
Right. Things clients don't want to hear from salespeople right now. The reason why we are passionate about this topic is because we've done some research and kind of chatted to some direct event bookers and some venue finding agencies about things that they've had maybe topics of conversations with venues or event businesses, and maybe they found it a bit uncomfortable to discuss, or they've seen things crop up again and again and they're thinking, why is everybody doing the same thing in their marketing, and stuff like that. So that's where we've kind of pulled all of these ideas from. Basically, I've got a list of them, so I'm just going to kind of go through them and we're just going to have a conversation about them, really. Okay. So yeah, the first one is when lots of venues, I guess specifically hotels and venues, are really shouting about their new cleaning regimes that they've got in place, which is obviously excellent and a legal thing that everybody needs to be doing right now. But I think when it's kind of everywhere in marketing, and it's sort of some venues perhaps, and I'm not like thinking of any specifically, but in general, some venues have really honed down on rebranding as their cleaning efforts and things like that. And from the kind of feedback that we've been getting, it's come across as well, it would be better received when there's lots of extra bits that they're doing, kind of shouting about the different things.
Yeah, because it's not that they shouldn't be talking about it. It's just that hopefully they have high levels of cleanliness in the first place. So it's what they're doing extra, really, that people want to know about, I think.
Yeah,
to give people reassurance, I guess.
Yeah, it's all about reassurance and building trust, isn't it, at the moment? Yeah. And the more things you can do along that vein, the more comfortable clients and agent and venue finders will be happy coming in to see you and book events with you and come on show rounds and everything. And there's some really quirky things out there that people are doing, or not. I mean, quirky is probably the wrong word, but there's some great ideas, and some of the ideas I see on like marketing and promotion and on LinkedIn, and I think I can literally imagine the board meeting of everyone being like, right, what should we do? And they come up with some cool things. And then there's the things that like aren't so quirky, but they're good ideas, like taking out all of the single-use items, or having like a oh gosh, this sounds really bad, a dirty box of single-use items. We don't call it that.
But, sometimes you should probably advance plan the specifics.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's true. And we can't even edit it out, can we? So I
was going to say, I hope somebody's not just tuning in on the word dirty box and be like, what?
Yeah. I'll put that in the keywords.
Put that in the wrap up, Neil. Note it down.
Yeah. Don't add that to the SEO. Right, should we move on? But some people are having separate boxes where you can put used single-use items in. I'm just going to move on. Anyway, so try not to shout about cleaning too much and come up with some kind of alternative ideas that are different.
Things out there, isn't it, Kate? Like you said, there's lots of people shouting out about really great different stuff. Just even things like having your online check-in and your table apps that you use for your service, taking cushions off the bed, not having large water bottles in the venues anymore, where everybody always forgets which glass it is when they sit back down to doing some sort of workshop and exercise, and having sort of individual bottles, that kind of thing.
Can I ask a quick question as well? In your opinion, with things like that, is it good to do these things are there certain things that you should do in a fun, kind of light-hearted way, and certain things that you should be deadly serious about doing? Like we take our cleaning seriously, boom. but some other parts of like a promotional video you might do for LinkedIn or Instagram. Any thoughts on that? Should some of it be light-hearted, like not jokey, but you know what I mean, light-hearted
Yeah,
rather
I know
than
what you
deadly
mean.
serious?
I think there's a real balance between that in kind of all marketing, and it depends on who the market is that you're targeting it to. Like, and you the relationship perhaps you have with the client. Like, if I know a client really well, I'd probably be chatting and be like, oh God, we're doing all of this and there's so much going on and we've had these quirky ideas. Whereas if it was somebody that perhaps I didn't know, a bigger corporate or maybe a kind of more senior person, I would be a bit more like, look, I'm going to be keeping your staff safe. These are the procedures that we've put in place.
Right.
And I guess, and as well, what's on brand, like if you're a huge chain or from a bigger business, perhaps it is a bit more corporate and you don't want to be seen to be swaying from that. But if you're maybe a bit more boutique, then you can add a bit of an edge to it.
It needs to fit within your brand voice, doesn't it? So it depends who your target market is, really. But I think Kate's right. There's a balance there. I do quite a lot of social media bits and pieces as well. I think as long as you've got the message out there in a serious fashion, that you are taking it seriously, a little bit of lightheartedness, I don't think it's a problem. I think it shows your personality and that you're real behind the venue at the end of the day.
Yeah, exactly. Also, I mean, I was going to shout this out at the beginning, but I forgot, so I'll do it now. That Natasha's video from a sales hat on is just incredible with everything that she's managed to do in such a short video, because first it's a video, which obviously we all know on social media gets loads of traction, and in general, she's managed to promote what she does. It's funny, it's relatable, it's real. You get to know her and her sense of humour. Like, all of these things are what we should be doing in all elements of our sales process as well. So, and doing things that are different like that is really what's going to catch people's eyes at the moment.
Yeah, cool.
Chi says, you heard it here first, the dirty box.
I've just seen that comment.
Now you've been branded as that.
You see what you started here.
First 2 minutes of being live, I'm wheezy. Screwed up.
Actually, Craig jumped in and said, I think that comes down to your brand and what your values are. If you're a fun brand, be fun. Though more corporate, definitely more professional.
Yeah.
You totally agree. Yeah. Because your clients will be buying from you because they love your brand. So they'll appreciate whichever way you sway.
Yeah.
So another one, which I know Becky and I are really passionate about, because obviously Becky does lots of social media stuff as well, so it's important in that vein, is don't be shouting about old testimonials, pre-COVID, pre-lockdown testimonials, and don't be shouting about and showing photos of amazing parties that people are having and they've all got their arms around each other, because it obviously we know it's just not relevant at the moment. And from chatting to venue finders and proposals and things that they're getting, or when they're going on show rounds, having that rooms laid out as if they are with social distancing chairs and new floor plans of new capacities is so important to winning future business, because again, it just solidifies that trust.
Yeah, definitely. Absolutely. It's not that, carry on shouting about any excellent testimonials you have pre-COVID that talk about your customer service. It's just obviously making sure that it's relevant to how things are at the moment. You don't want to be trying to get them, you don't want to talk about irrelevant things. If they can't have an event like that anymore, it's kind of like Daniel the carrot going, this is kind of what you could have had, but this is what you got.
Yeah.
So it's making sure it's relevant and gathering loads and loads of post-lockdown testimonials, and video testimonials are great if you can do that again.
Yeah, I guess the challenge is getting that new data and those new photographs and those new imagery now, when we kind of can only just get to that point, in October, if you like.
But I think that everybody knows the situation we're in, and although we're not hosting big events at the moment, testimonials from somebody that stayed from a B&B stay when you first opened or something, that's still a testimonial that they felt safe in your hotel or venue, or from, if even just eating in the restaurant. It doesn't now. Before I would say, if you've got a meeting inquiry, you need to give them a meeting testimonial, but at the moment I don't think that's necessarily relevant. It can be cross-departmental because everyone knows the situation. So people
absolutely.
who even just have dinner in your restaurant, just say, oh, do you mind just writing a couple of lines as to how you kind of felt and the processes that you felt worked for you, and the reason why you booked us maybe. And like Becky said, start building a database of them. And then promote them on...
Sorry, Kate.
No, go for it, Becky.
I was going to say, sorry, my favourite quote in the world, you've kind of hit the nail on the head. Maya Angelou quote, you know, the people forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but no one will forget how you made them feel. Yeah. I think that kind of comes in there. If you can find out how they felt at your venue, and that speaks volumes, if you can get them to put a testimonial together about that for confidence anyway. For
really good tip. Yeah, really good tip.
And testimonials are such a high value sales and marketing tool, because you can shout about how wonderful you're doing and you can give them all these quirky cleaning regimes and quirky stuff that you're doing, but to hear it from somebody else who really felt comfortable and felt safe is massive. And use them in obviously social media. Add them to your proposals, to your event proposals at the bottom. Use them on your email signatures. Use them in conversation with clients. You know, say, oh, we're really proud we got this testimonial the other day. You know, from somebody who came and they really enjoyed their stay and all of that. So just trickle them through every part of the process, because it will really build trust in you again.
I think they're underused. I don't know if it's the Britishness in us, but I think they are underused in all businesses. I think it's kind of like, you know, be proud of what people have said. And they're more likely to believe them than you are you directly. So great.
Totally right. I mean, we've got 20,000 people. They should be getting tons of testimonials for us, but you know, I've asked for it a couple of handful of times. I've never really used them. So yeah. So watch this space, everybody. I'm going to get bombarded.
There you go.
You people.
No, it's a really good tip. It's a really good tip, and I think if you, especially if it's getting testimonials from people who you can relate to as a buyer or as a client, and then it gives you the strength and the confidence.
Yeah,
you know?
Definitely.
Yeah. So next one, which sorry, what were you saying, Becky?
Sorry, Becky.
Sorry, what happened there?
Oh, that's okay.
Okay.
So the next one is in line with this, and making your photos, your floor plans, your capacity charts, all of that, any kind of information that's going to have changed, update them as quickly as possible. And and from a venue finder and event booker point of view, again, it just shows that you're current, you know what you're doing, you're really putting the next steps. Yeah, you're really on it. You're putting the next steps in place and quickly.
That's a really good point.
There's so much to do at the moment, and I hate being the person who's like, you really need to be doing this. But actually, from a client perspective, it's so important, and what a wow factor that we've only just started running events again, and the proposal you send me through has got a picture of a room with chairs 1.5 meters apart. There's a dirty box in there. And all of that. And all of the other examples, but what a wow factor to be that current, and the same with floor plans and capacity charts. You know, unfortunately, a lot of them appear in brochures and stuff like that. But I'm a big believer in virtual brochures at the moment, so that can be tweaked quite easily.
No, I think that's a really good tip. Really good tip, and it's probably something that, you know, people haven't thought about too much because they've been thinking about actually putting the things in place, But just as important is how you show it.
Yeah, and these are all.
I think it also helps set people's expectations. You know, they can see what they're going to get, what to expect. You know, if you can take customers on the journey with them right from when they walk through your door, they'll know exactly how they're going to feel, what to expect, how it's going to be, which should give them a lot more confidence as well.
Yeah, totally. And whilst you're maybe doing the photos, do some videos of you walking around and explaining it, and use that for social media. And also a massive thing which has been really helpful with the kind of feedback specifically from venue finders that we've had is that is displaying usually on a show round, you would have a room displayed as per the inquiry that you're showing the venue round at. But by doing that in the same vein and having those chairs 1.5 meters apart and having them as if it was a post-COVID event or post-lockdown event, again, just solidifies that you know what you're doing, and that and it kind of says to the client, you're already doing it. Like, we're already. We know.
You're almost saying to them, you don't have to think about this stuff because we've thought of it already.
Because we've got it covered. Yeah.
Exactly.
And I was talking to a client this morning about the new social distancing and cleaning and everything procedures, and putting, infographics together to use on marketing, but print them out and frame them and have them at the front door and on reception and in meeting rooms, just to on every point of on every touch point of your client, say, look, this is what we're doing. This is what we're doing. Remember that we're keeping you safe.
All of this is, all of it's kind of logical in some way, because we're all coming from the same position right now. And if we've got any hope of, as an industry, recovering in full, then we have to give that confidence to customers at every level and every stage. And that signage, that direction, that communication, that's all part and parcel of building up that confidence in people that it actually is safe to go and travel again.
Yeah, I totally agree. There's nothing, nobody's doing anything groundbreaking here. Everybody's trying to, it's the same marketing as you would normally do, and sales process, making sure that clients trust you. It's just that trust has to be so much bigger now to encourage people to come and see you. So next point, which is a really interesting one, and one that I hadn't thought of prior to kind of doing this research, is don't be over enthusiastic about getting clients back into face-to-face meetings, because a lot of them still don't feel comfortable. And even if you are doing lots of this promotion and proving that you're safe, that your venue's safe, and that you know what you're doing, actually everybody feels totally different and about how comfortable they feel. And that, now that we're having to wear masks, they're not that great to wear, so people might not want to come because of that. There's lots of reasons, but just try and be empathetic and give them a virtual option as well as a face-to-face option. What's your thoughts on that, Becky?
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's important, to be honest, now at the sales, the initial sales inquiry stage, to kind of ask clients how they're feeling about coming back. How are they feeling about organising or attending events now? And then maybe tailor how you are in your response to what they say to you, because people are in two camps, really, aren't they? That some are super giddy and wanting to come back, and some are just really, really, really nervous still about it, especially if they're responsible for other people at an event, not just themselves. So I think that's important, to find out how they're feeling.
Yeah, I agree.
Very much so. Can I just jump in there, ladies? Just a comment from Claudia Gurr on YouTube. Basically, she said, we host networking events at venues. And as a client, she would find it super useful if the venue supplied a bite-sized info pack or details that can be shared with the attendees, like a little bite-sized thing. So maybe when you arrive or in advance of attending, I'm sure it's going to be emailed out to people and that kind of thing, but maybe something that's handed to you, or that is very visible on the walls. It's really useful. And can be put on the linked on the the pre-event booking page and things like that. I think it's a really, really good idea, so people know to start that journey of feeling reassured and everything's okay.
Yeah, I love that. It's similar to the infographic. One of the things that we've been talking about as a team for a training event that we're running is obviously virtual show rounds, but one of the ideas that we've been working on is doing a sort of infographic pack like we've discussed, but also a little personalized video of being like, hi, I'm really looking forward to your show round next week. Just to let you know, this is what the lobby looks like now. This is where you will be asked to hand sanitize. Hopefully you'll have a mask with you, but we've got some spare ones here. A little video just to be like, right, this is the plan and what it looks like now. And that can be done on a phone. People don't expect, if it's personalized, hi Neil, really excited to see you on Thursday, then people don't expect it to be super slick. It kind of better is to be personalized. And even better if you use...
sorry, Kate, that links back to one of our people we've had on in the past. We had Mia Butler on, who does these
I was
personalised
just going to
videos.
say, use
It'd be
Pistachio
perfect.
View.
Yeah, perfect for it. Sorry.
We
I
use
interrupted.
Pistachio
Cross
View.
promo.
Mia's amazing.
Yeah.
I'm a big advocate for the use of video selling. It's worked so well for me. Pre DW and outside of Delegate Wranglers, it's worked amazingly. I've won probably 5 or 6 different clients as a result of just not responding immediately by text, but sending a video introducing myself and what we do. But I also now do it when I'm responding to things on Delegate Wranglers. So rather than just say, if someone asks for video production, rather than just say, yeah, we can help with that, jump on and actually show them that you can. There was an instance last week, for example, where someone asked for assistance with producing an online event. And we were literally just at the point where we were producing a live event for a client. So I did a live while we were producing for
like one of these.
It was
That's
great,
amazing.
It's what you're looking for is exactly what we're doing right now, and we're still in touch now.
Yeah,
Right.
absolutely love it.
It helps build trust, doesn't it? You know, people buy people, the old adage, people buy people. But it is true, you know, in order to buy from people, you need to trust them first. And I think it's just a perfect way to do that.
Yeah.
And I think, and over the last few months, obviously, cliche, we're living in a virtual world, but it does work. And
it does.
That little bit of confidence, like, I mean, Neil and I were saying, we were both saying, we used to be like, we really need to do more virtual stuff. And it never happened. And now suddenly it's just all, you know, do it every day and don't think anything of it. So,
a bit like this show, Neil.
Yeah, a bit like this. No. Yeah. Still saying it should have been a podcast. I've got the face for radio.
Face for radio, so, yeah.
It sounds like radio to my end anyway, so it's perfect.
That's true. You've probably got the best
watch this
deal
space
here, Becky.
Hey, listen, watch this space.
So be empathetic about how clients are feeling, because we all know that people are feeling different comfort levels in terms of what's going on out there, and some people don't want to leave home still, and that's okay. And then kind of last point on that, don't judge people for how they're feeling, and don't judge clients, and just understand that they're not happy, and that's great because there's loads of virtual options now anyway.
Absolutely.
So the next point is, don't sell the same things and don't sell the same way that you used to. So don't sell the same things and don't sell the same way. Now, in terms of selling the same things, suddenly, as we know, we're in a virtual world, and therefore you will have some unusual and different competition to what you will have had before in the form of virtual events, basically. So as we were saying at the beginning, look at your overview and how your clients have changed, what their requirements are, how they're different to how they were before, and tailor what you're selling to them specifically. I mean, I was saying this earlier to Neil, that the Selling Savvy team, the topics that we used to train were very much in-person topics, and it's still very relevant and will become more relevant in 2021 when we start having more events. But actually, we know that virtual selling is really important to venues right now, and learning about hybrid events and selling virtually and presenting yourself on Zoom, all of these things are really current. They're not topics that we covered before. But we're doing a hell of a lot of research and pooling all of the best stuff together, because that's what's important to our client. So work out what changes your clients have gone through so that you can tweak your offerings.
Just noticed.
Get to know more about hybrid events. If you don't know about them at the moment, find out a bit more about what they are, what they can do for your venue, for your clients. Like Kate said, we just put together a course around hybrid events, because that is what is needed at the moment. It's topical. So it might be that you want to get people back into the venue, which obviously we all do, but it also might be that you might need to look at the virtual hybrid side of things as well, and how that
because
works.
That's what your clients will be coming. Will be inquiring. They'll be saying, oh, we've heard about these hybrid events. Do you know how it works? Is your AV good enough? Does your Wi-Fi work well enough? And if your answer is, actually, I don't know, we've never done one, they'll go to your competitor.
Don't even get started on that.
Domo,
Yeah,
just,
best for you. Yeah.
Oh man, it's killing me at the moment.
Domo, I was just going to say,
Venues,
there's
if
a
you're
question.
watching, all venues, if you're watching, please document what you're able to deliver from an internet connection perspective, because even if you get people onto site to host an in-person event, they are almost guaranteed at the moment going to want to live stream a portion of that. And the number of venues that I've spoken to in the last few weeks about events that we've got coming up later this year or even going into next year that don't know immediately what they're able to provide in terms of internet capability, or go away to find out from the IT team and they come back with the offering and it's not suitable. You need this to sustain the events that you're going to put on for the long-term future.
And your
Top idea
team,
from me. I just had an idea as well, on that front, given that we're going to be having to, use the internet to connect, or, even more so. I know Dom's experienced, prices being hiked up, shall we say, if you want to use at least, like, don't go there, Dom, keep a lid on it. But wouldn't it be a good idea to for venues to look at that, beef it up, and offer it as a free or a saving thing? You really get a steal on other people. And if you were going to somewhere that had an amazing nailed on internet connection and it wasn't any more expensive, just a little idea.
It does not cost a 5-figure sum to put in a 10 or 20 meg connection for a one-day event, and that's
it does if I call them. It does if I call them and tell them it's you ringing and asking for it.
Yeah, I mean, I totally agree. There are some hotel groups. Well, there's one hotel group, the exclusive hotels, who have been savvy and throughout lockdown redone their entire AV, because they obviously looked into the future and were like, this is the way it's going to go. Now's the time to do it. We're shut for months. And so anything like that where you can just up your game. Before, when clients were inquiring, AV was important. Some of them it wasn't that important. Some of them it was quite important, but realistically, if they liked your venue, they'd book with you, even if you didn't have the best AV. Now, moving forward, it's vital. And if you haven't got top-notch AV, then they'll be going to competitors.
But there's other opportunities. I saw Alex, I think, commented, any advice for suppliers. This isn't directed at you, Alex, because it's not particularly relevant as such, but it's for the industry as a whole on this subject, which is, if you're a venue and you don't have a great AV provision on site, partner with an AV supplier, partner with a live stream production company, and pull together a package. AV companies don't want their kit sitting in a room, sitting in a storage facility, just sitting there collecting dust. They would prefer it be out. And if that means that you partner with them, build a studio on your site, get an internet provider in to boost the speeds that you've got, and then bring a company in like mine or others in the industry that can run that live stream for you and offer that as a combined package from a venue. Don't wait until you get an inquiry before you go find the pieces for it.
Yeah, this is all it's all
and
about
something together that demonstrates that as well in advance, couldn't you? You could say this is what it could look like.
Yeah.
So again, you're standing out from your competitors.
Yeah,
I'm really surprised how few venues have actually gone that route. I've seen lots of AV companies that have built studios. I think SXS have built an amazing studio in their facility. I've seen a couple of others on DW, but it's a huge opportunity right now, and I think it could be venue led, not supplier led.
Yeah, I completely agree, because the venues are the ones at the end. Well, both of you are going to benefit, but venues are going to hugely benefit, because although, I mean, I'm talking about training on hybrid events and all that side of it. And then what better to not only know what your client's talking about, but be like, actually, we've got a pre-arranged package for you. We specialize in it, or we know what we're talking about. Yeah. And then, which I've done before, invite the AV company or your partners onto show rounds with you. Mm-hmm. And then they can really bring it to life, and it's not just you selling the venue; you're selling the whole experience.
Yeah. I saw a comment here on the if I could just jump in there, from Nikki Yates. We've been sending out COVID guidelines with our proposals, following the chat with you guys, and then offering video calls for show rounds. So that's a really good idea, doing video. Yeah, does that mean doing video show rounds, or doing a call in advance of the show round? Is that what you mean by that?
Me?
I think Nikki's actually been taking people round live.
Nikki's actually one of our clients who came to our workshop last week, and she did a virtual show round with us. So that was that was great. It's I think it's both really. Videos to introduce yourself and initially be like, this is what to expect, this is what's changed. And then virtual show rounds is a whole nother ball game of how to get it right. But yeah, anything that's kind of visual like that is great.
Yeah, I've seen other venues. I've seen other venues. I'm trying to think of one that I saw on LinkedIn. I think Christina at Walton Hall has been doing virtual show rounds, and actually we've also done some videos for a couple of venues, just showing the different elements of their facilities. So there's again, it's video related. Just use video.
Yeah, and you can get really involved in the virtual show round. You know, if it is an event that's coming in-house next year and it's a bigger event, you could get the chef making one of the dishes live, or maybe send them one of the dishes as a takeaway to try, you know, stand out from your competitors. Really like personalised things virtually.
Yeah, do things really differently. But all of these videos have to be done now whilst these social distancings are in place and there's screens at reception and everything. You unfortunately can't use old ones.
No, you can't use old ones, but equally now is the time to get them done, because when things start coming back from October, that's the point that you want to have all of your content, all of the pieces of the jigsaw that I just mentioned, have them all ready so that you've got
drop in people's inboxes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I love it.
Yeah. Yes.
So selling, just quickly, sorry, I realised that we're going on and on.
No, it's all right. Blame Dom.
We've got like another A4 page to get through. So selling in the same things that we used to in the same way. We've kind of talked about that. Last point on that is to talk to your clients, your bookers, your agencies that you work with, and ask them what sort of events are you having inquiries? Have you seen a big uptake in hybrid events? What questions are your clients asking? What questions are you asking hotels? Have open conversations with people. I feel like we're very relationship driven industry, and you will have clients and industry peers that you can have those open conversations with. So yeah, it's worth chatting and just finding out what's going on.
I guess what you mean is not just asking them about inquiries for your venue, just asking them generally, what are you getting, even when you go into other places, so that we can start thinking about that as well.
Yeah, definitely. Really just get in touch with them with a phone call and say, even if you're not having inquiries for my venue, what types of inquiries are you getting? Are they, small board meetings? Are they hybrid events? Are they larger conferences for 2022? Like, just get a feel of what's
being
out there in the
proactive.
Market, so that being proactive, and also so that you can tailor your upskilling and training of your team, so that when you inquiries start to come in more and more, you kind of are prepared for it a bit more.
And there's also the element of, if you understand what people are asking around all aspects of events to everybody, it means you can ask better questions to your clients when you're taking that initial inquiry.
Totally.
I think that's the thing you need to look at. Your inquiry questions that you ask on inquiry, I think they need to change. It's going back to how are you feeling, and it's even more focused on finding out what's important to the client.
We use a third-party proposal system, and over the last 5-6 weeks, I have completely rewritten the proposal documents that we send out. And one of the pages that we've included in those is a list of all of the third-party services that we've been asked to provide for different events over the last few months, or for events that are coming up, that probably have a use to somebody else. And whether that's captioning, whether it's temporary internet connections, whether it's AV, whatever it is, we've now got a page of a whole load of and the other stuff which we can provide, which might just prompt someone to think, oh, do you know what? I hadn't thought of that. Yeah, let's talk to them.
Yeah.
And again, we've done that using partners that we've used before for supplying services that we know we can trust. And so we win more if we work together.
And it's more topical as well. It's kind of, it's current, which is what everything needs to be at the moment. So our next point is, don't be nervous or scared of clients' new questions, because although we're talking about this new normal, I hate that phrase.
Thought we banned that, Neil.
Yeah.
Did you? Sorry.
Well,
that's my second faux pas.
We banned that and the P word.
I don't know what the P word
Becky,
is. Oh, I do know.
I've got Tourette.
Oh, gosh.
What about Dirty Box?
Sorry.
Is Dirty Box?
Hello, Fred.
Oh, hello.
Sorry. Jessie from Toy Story.
Oh,
Great, thank you. Sorry.
Katie, who
It's
you
important
can't leave
stuff.
that. Who do you want to introduce?
Oh, you want to say hello? Fred, come on. Say hello. This is Fred. This is... Hello.
hello, Fred. How are you?
Good boy. You okay?
Can I have a wave?
Have
Hello.
you been playing with Toy Story? There you go. Go see Daddy.
It's a show for all
Sorry.
the family. This.
It's a family
It
affair.
really
our
is
house.
family business, isn't it, Kate?
It really is.
Start them early. Start them early, Kate. Like it.
Yeah, I know.
I'm sorry I didn't have
right.
his name title ready to put up on the screen.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I have to concentrate now.
Love it.
Yeah, don't be scared or nervous of clients asking new questions. I feel like
Yeah.
in sales, there's a huge pressure, or there was a huge pressure before lockdown and everything, that you kind of have to know everything about your business and know about all departments and what happens. And clients would be like, what time's room service finish? What's on the room service menu? And you kind of feel like, I have to know everything. At the moment, everything's new for everybody. So it's okay, and in general, really, but it's okay to say, I don't know. Don't guess. I think we're coming on to this later. Don't guess with anything. If you don't know about hybrid events, don't be like, oh, well, maybe we might be able to do this. Just say, do you know what? I don't know, but I'll come back to you by Friday. And then get back to them on Friday.
Neil's got his hand up for a question.
Yeah, I see
Yeah,
that.
I think we should start a new system, Dom. I got a really good comment from Paul Harris. Hi, Paul, on YouTube. He was talking about basically your technology provider being able to help ensure bite-sized information, etc. And then ideally, wouldn't it be good to have a hybrid ready mark? That would be great. And then that would take the pressure off planners because they would know that's a brilliant idea.
That's excellent. I love
brilliant
it.
idea. I'm glad I thought of it.
Please,
It's amazing.
please, can someone put that in place?
That's actually written on my sheet. No,
That's
I
a great idea.
love it.
It's a bit like the good to go, isn't it? But hybrid ready instead. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, really good.
There is a real opportunity here for venues to be lucrative, and if you're the forward-thinking ones, then you'll be ahead of the game, I guess, and be able to convert the business.
I think that's a really important point and a really important phrase. I think it's been very easy to perhaps shy away from the fact that with everything that's happened, obviously there's a lot of people in this industry that have been massively affected by it negatively, and I don't want to take anything away from that. But there are also those that haven't been as adversely affected, but also those that have seen this as a huge opportunity. And I think it absolutely is that opportunity. And I don't think we should shy away from the potential that all of this offers to venues, to suppliers right now. So not across the board, but certainly in a lot of areas of the industry. It's a huge opportunity.
I'm glad that you said that, Dom, because, and you're right, I don't want to shy away from the fact that it's been really tough for a lot of people. But you're right, if you're looking in the right areas and if you're kind of being more strategic and looking from above, there are things that are like changing in the right direction for some areas of industry in general and our industry, like the virtual things. There are some opportunities. It's just nitpicking them.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, cool.
I feel like we should just do a few comments. Neil, I've got this screen open. Should we just say hi to a couple of people? Just pick up and come in.
Yes.
Have you got anything that's coming on YouTube, Neil?
I think I've asked most of the ones, but I'll go on. You do that, and I'll have a look at these.
Mandy Jennings made a really good point, which is academic venues have brilliant internet services as they have to be capable as they have to cater, I think, for all of their campus needs. I have actually put an inquiry to an academic venue, and what they've come back with in terms of their ability to offer an internet connection has absolutely blown my mind.
Wow.
So absolutely well worth looking at the academic venues for hybrid or virtual events where you need a venue to film from. So yeah, I completely agree. And actually, I think the other place that I've seen, and I'll promote them just because I've seen them doing some amazing stuff, is the British Museum. Have an incredible internet connection. Really lovely venue as well. What else we got? Alex said, good point, Dom. We need to have partners and costs lined up to offer hybrid, but the variables are so vast, it's hard to do this until you know the event. It is hard to be very, very specific, but you can, I know as a supplier, I could tell you right now the broad costs of what it would be to live produce a 2-3 day event. And I know AV companies that could tell you how much it would be to put the kit in for a 2-3 day event. Just broadly speaking, certainly to the point that you could give a client indicative costs as an outline, and you can have all of that pre-prepared and just say, look, this is roughly what it's going to be, but when we know the specifics of your event, then we can start firming things up with each supplier. It's totally possible to do it. But I come back to the point which Chi raised as well, or Chi picked up on, which is not waiting until you've got an inquiry before you get the pieces of this jigsaw in place, because you will.
Yeah, that's what you were saying, Kate.
Yeah.
You will deliver and you'll convert that business much faster if you're able to turn that quote round quickly.
And it's the same with, you're right, with collaborating with suppliers, but it's the same with floor plans, capacities, photographs, videos.
Across the board.
If you get that out there ahead of your competitors, you will confirm the business.
Shout about it. I mean, shout about it as well, guys. You know, we have a good news alert service, which, you know, if you're, you know, taking a lead on getting all this stuff done and developing everything, you know, come and tell us. It's totally free. Just drop us a line in a kind of PR press release kind of format. You know, we do them all the time, so send them through to us, guys. I've got a quick question here. Go on, sorry.
Oh, sorry. I was just going to say that this isn't venue specific as well. Those safety guidelines and the infographics we're talking about and the videos of proving, like you were saying, Dom, you took a video where you were running a live event at the time. And I mean, from our sales training side, we're running face-to-face events in the next few months across the country, and I've put selling savvy safety regime in place, and we've got, this is what will happen, we'll meet you at the door, there'll be, you know, one person to use a flip chart at the time, so you're not sharing pens. It's bespoke to our business, so across all supplier, venue finders, everything. Venue finders can have protocol across the board. This is what we expect from our venues that we work with. It's not just venue and hotel side.
Yeah. I had a quick question. Becky, I'll bring you in because I'm aware you've been sitting there.
Sorry.
It's all right. No, quick question from Mandy Jennings. Hi guys, what are your top tips repricing for cost? As cost for venues has gone up with the new regulation, but clients have more choice and greater availability. It's a really difficult one, that, isn't it? Because
thanks for giving that to Becky.
On that one, Dom, that was amazing.
You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome.
I think it's more than ever. It's all those extra things. It's more than ever shouting about the things that you're doing over your competitors. You know, it's shouting out about the benefits. So all the things we just talked about, being hybrid ready, being AV ready, technology ready, you know, having everything in place, showing them what you can do, etc., will all assist you when you're selling against your competitors. And also, everyone's going to be in the same situation as well. So it's not just, you know, we're all having the same experiences. It's not just one person in the industry. But that is a tough question. I think it will come down to how you can stand out and what you can add value-wise as to why they should come to you and not to go elsewhere, really.
Lots of people lots of people in Facebook giving love for Fred. Oh, bless him. Hello, Fred. Nice to
Thanks, honorary Delegate Wrangler.
What's he doing next Tuesday? What's he doing next Tuesday? We'll get him on the show again with his own slot.
I could do with a new co-host.
That'd be fine.
I heard that, though.
He's bringing that whole kids TV back in again, isn't
it? He'll bring the average age down.
Just a couple of other things that I've seen pop up. Where is it? Sorry. Laura Rachel Moore. We have someone in the hotel as we speak today doing a video at Coombe Abbey Hotel. Can't wait to share it with you. We've also done afternoon tea collection during lockdown and found out about hybrid. Think we're all on a call today as we're forward thinking. I love the fact that hotels thought, actually, do you know what? We can't do anything else. Let's do some afternoon tea collection. Yeah. Brilliant idea. And I think just, again, someone that's buying into video. While we're talking about video, I'm just going to mention Natasha, whose video we showed earlier. Her children are watching. So hi to Jasmine and India Rose. Mummy's famous.
Oh, that's so sweet.
You've got a whole new different target market now, you two, haven't you?
Yeah, different
We have a
revenue
spin-off
stream.
show here. Spin-off show here, Dom, I think.
With the dirty
Anyway.
box, you're going to need an uncut version.
No.
Oh dear.
Okay, I'm aware that we're spinning out of time.
Yeah, we are.
Have you got any more last few comments?
So I'll finish with let's finish with what the best salespeople are doing right now and why it's working.
Yeah.
We've got a few points here. Firstly, and to be honest, it was all shown in Natasha's video right at the beginning. They're being different. They're being standing out from the crowd. Things like sending. I mean, this is my colleague's idea. I can't take credit for this. Sending branded mugs with tea bags and milk to clients and being like, let's have a virtual cup of tea together. Stuff like that that's really different is winning.
So much stuff during lockdown, wasn't it, that came out, especially on social media. I saw a hotel that was supposed to have a wedding in, and on the day when they were supposed to have their wedding, they sent the wedding breakfast out to them so they could just have it, just the two of them. So many ideas found out from the crowd.
That's really nice.
And
I know Neil, is it Jane Mallion has sent literally hundreds of afternoon tea sets out to people.
Yeah, that's her club. Yeah, she's afternoon teas. Yeah. Virtual tea parties.
Being different, like I say, like that, and thinking outside of the box. And it doesn't just kind of sell in a casual way, but it creates those stark raving fans I'm always going on about. Those are the people that shout about you on their social media, the people that tell their friends about you. That's what all businesses need, and that's where longevity of business comes from. Also, a couple of other traits of the best salespeople. They're really honest. You don't need we're not all rolling in money right now. We're all having a bit of a tough time to get revenue through the door, and it's no different from hotels. So don't just be honest about business levels and what's coming in.
Yeah, be human.
Yeah. Be yourself. Be professional, but be yourself. Yeah, that's what people buy into.
And then do you want to
I'm going to get your opinions very briefly on one thing, because we really do need to wrap up in a second. But Diana just asked, how much would you say lies on the responsibility of the venue, and how much lies with the organizer?
Good question.
In terms of safety,
I guess so.
What if somebody gets COVID?
I guess it's in terms of I guess it must be in terms of safety.
I think what it means is in terms of proving how safe it is, and whose responsibility it is to do you say to your if you're an agent, do you say to your client, oh, it's completely safe, or do you say, well, I have to speak to the venue, that kind of thing?
I think if we're talking about selling, I think responsibility is perhaps the wrong word. I think both the venue should be doing everything they can to prove that they're safe, and the organizer should be enthusiastic about proving that to their attendees as well. If we're talking about if somebody gets COVID and whose responsibility is that can open up a lot of questions.
I think it was more about proving that safety, the feeling of everything.
Yeah, the feeling of it. I think it lies in both parts. The venue will want to do that anyway to get the business over the line, and organisers have a shared responsibility as well. What do you think, Becky?
I think it's important. I think it's important to make sure if you say you're going to do something, you do it as well. I know that sounds obvious, but there's lots of people, aren't there, out there that pledge to do X, Y, and Z. You've got to deliver if you're going to say you're going to do something. Maybe definitely. This is where those pledges and things come back into place. Where you pledge all the things that you promise you're going to do, but then you're honest and say, look, we do expect you guys as well to play your part. I know working with some venues on social media, we have done that. We've said, look, we're doing all of this, but we do ask you kindly to make sure you're adhering to the guidelines as well. So
yes,
a bit of both, on both. Yeah.
Cool.
Amazing.
Okay.
Thank you.
I think we're at the point where we need to really do need to wrap up. Is there anything else from either you or Becky?
The only thing I'd like to point out about hybrid events again is the benefits of them aren't just the social distancing. There's also the sustainable and the accessibility benefits that you can shout out about. So that's something else to bear in mind.
Great point.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I've got loads more stuff, but I'm not going to go through it because otherwise
we could go on for a few days.
Neil, do we need a part 2?
Yeah, we can have a part 2.
No, thank you. Listen, guys, thank you so much. That was really informative and interesting. And, you can see by the number of comments, it's been, the guys have really, really enjoyed it. So thank you so much. Really appreciate it.
Thank you so much for having us. It's been fab. We've got a couple of events coming up, which I won't.
Oh, yeah. Tell us all about it. Tell us all about it.
I'll just do a speedy one then. So tomorrow night, we're having a virtual team building with horse racing and the kind of celebration of the expansion of Selling Savvy, which is really exciting. Prosecco.
Normal night out.
Horse racing hats, normal night in the office.
Vaccinators and champagne,
Yeah,
Dom's
we've
got
70 people signed up to attend already, all event professionals. So that's completely free. Come along and network and have a glass of Prosecco and celebrate the Selling Savvy expansion.
And Becky has just dropped a link to something else, which I think is virtual. Oh, no, she dropped the link.
So there's 2 links.
Sorry, cheeky.
That's okay.
So the second one is the virtual celebration tomorrow night. The first link is virtual selling for hotels and venues course. This is being run alongside the HBAA, 17th, 18th and 19th of August. And we go through hybrid events. I've collaborated with a hybrid event specialist who's going to talk about what they are, how they're going to be lucrative for venues, how you sell them, what they're different, what you need to know. The second session is about virtual show rounds, what's out there in the market at the moment, what's working, what's not working, how to do them effectively. And then the last one is successful virtual appointments, so winning the business on Zoom or whatever platform. And that's it.
Cool. Well, what I'll say, Kate, if you can send me some info, that info over. I mean, I know we've already got these listed on the calendar as well, but if you can send them over to us, we'll put them in the wrap up and any other relevant information for people to how they can contact you guys for some of your training courses and, to follow you on Instagram.
Amazing. Thank you so much. Thanks everyone for listening as well.
You're welcome. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot, Kate. Thanks, Becky.
Speak to you soon.
Thank you both. Bye-bye.
See you soon. So, Dom.
Yes.
Wow, what a show. Really popular, lots of people watching. I'm aware we're really, really late.
Yeah, we are again. I really love this subject. I've always worked in sales and marketing, and I would quite happily cover this for another couple of hours. I think it's really important, and I think there's loads that venues and suppliers could do more of or do better to help themselves as we start to come out of this. But that's been a really, really great session. Loved it. And there's been lots of interaction, which has been good too.
Yeah. So I know you've got some slides there that you're going to show, Dom, about what we've got coming up in the next few weeks, or well, basically not the next few weeks, but some information that we want to show. I don't know if you've got any of them.
I've got the 2. I've got the DW Live Hive, so I'll put that on the screen for you now.
And I'm just going to put a link in the chat room now. There you go. So basically, guys, this is just to stay up to date with all the DW Live shows. Just subscribe to it, and we'll tell you what's coming up and give you the links to register for the next few shows. So the more we can grow that, the more we're going to grow, the more our production levels are going to grow.
What are you saying?
Well, I've already thought of the name of our production company, Dom.
What is it?
Dirty Box Productions. I think we'll only get a certain amount of business, but you know what? It'll be a laugh.
Depends.
So
I'm not even gonna. Do you know? I'm not even gonna respond. I'm sorry.
Don't go there. So yeah, guys, it'd be massively appreciated if you could all give us just 10 seconds of your time, sign up to that, and we can keep you informed. It helps us to keep getting guests on, helps us to keep the show going, helps keep me and Dom enthusiastic about it all. So please do follow up with that one. And then the next slide, have you got the jobs listing one?
Yes.
Here we go, the jobs listing. We are offering free jobs listing until the 21st of August. What that means is the offer is available until the 21st of August. So if you've got a job that you're looking to fill, please drop me a line and we will promote it on not only on our website but on our jobs list page and the jobs mail shot on DW, everywhere really, as much as we can for you. So that's free until the 21st of August, just so we can help out the industry and get us all moving and introduce you guys to our new jobs page and stuff like that as well. So that's it. Yeah.
Really good.
Another one done, Dom.
Alex has just said, I would really love a session on how suppliers can work more effectively with agencies and planners. I am more than happy to help pull that show
Sounds
together.
good.
Yeah. Neil,
that sounds an interesting one.
Yeah,
we will get that one on. We'd probably need a couple of guests, one from each side. That would be really useful.
Yeah, definitely.
So
Craig has also said, what about Dick and Dom's dirty box?
No, Gordon the Gopher and Philip Schofield. Anyway, so yeah, guys, what we'll do is I'll put up. We've got a few shows lined up coming up. Really, really good shows. I mean, I will talk about them more in the wrap up and the next coming weeks. But watch this space. You're going to love them. Lots of stuff coming up. I can hear the music playing out there, Dom, in the background.
Yeah, and we're only let it play once because we really, really are out of time. We've got to go. So I think let's just say thank you to everyone that's watched on LinkedIn, on YouTube, on Twitter, and on Facebook. We couldn't do this show without the support that we've had and all of the input that we get from it. So we'll be back on Tuesday at 1:30. It's been a pleasure having you all along. Thank you very much from me.
And from me, thank you, guys. It's been a really good show. See you soon.